With over 300,000 active users, a 20x annual growth rate, and over a dozen integration partners across Africa and Southeast Asia. Hi, my name is Victor Mapunga, and I'm the founder and CEO of FlexID. Over 2.1 billion people in the world still lack access to financial services. I should know, I was one of them. And this is due to a lack of identity infrastructure, which would make it easy for individuals to prove who they are, prove how much they earn, and prove even where they live. And this has created a unique opportunity that by 2027 will be worth over $70 billion. And it can only grow much larger with FlexID. FlexID is a decentralized digital identity wallet that is built atop of the Algorand blockchain, and it essentially allows users to store verifiable credentials from issuers which can get verified by any third party using a single API. So what it means is I can open a bank account using my eKYC certificate using just one click. Even without a smartphone, I am able to access our numerous custody solutions using WhatsApp or USSD to be able to access a universe of different services. The way we work is issuers on our platform, such as banks, telcos, universities, doctors, are able to issue verifiable credentials directly to an individual's wallet. And this individual, by their consent, they're able to get verified by anyone in the world, opening up access to markets that never before companies could access. This is because we have created a unique incentivized model. And this incentivized model has allowed us to partner with different institutions such as Ubuntu clinics, where we are able to onboard 50,000 health records and patients such that they were able to go to different doctors and nurses and get their medical records verified. We've also partnered with the largest bank in the country called CBZ, and now we're able to issue over 1.2 million eKYC records. The same is true for our ongoing pilot in Sri Lanka with the National Savings Bank, where we're going to be targeting over 5 million potential users for electronic KYC certificates. The reason this is possible is we're able to incentivize all these issuers such that each time a credential they issued gets verified, they earn a commission. And this has allowed us to build an extremely scalable business. And this is really all due to the team that is behind this company with vast experiences in fintech, blockchain, crypto, banking, private equity from Southern Africa all the way to Southeast Asia. And we hope you can partner with us to onboard the next 2 billion people into Web3. Thank you.
Amazing, Victor. Great job. I'm a huge fan of FlexID. Amazing company, amazing traction. We already have actually some interest on the chat. So congrats. Welcome to Demo Day. Panelists, please go ahead with your questions.
Victor, nice to meet you, and thanks for the pitch. Was really great. I also believe that decentralized identity and digital identity is one of the next big things in Web3 blockchain. So I think that you are going through the right market. So, but there are a lot of other players working in same solutions. So what will make FlexID a different platform and solution versus other digital identities or also other decentralized digital identities?
Hi, everyone. Excited to be here and happy to talk to you all. So essentially, one of the fundamental things we realized is that identity cannot exist in a silo from the different interactions and services that one requires. So for example, just providing a user a wallet is not enough for them to actually become economically active. So what we've done at FlexID is, number one, we've lowered the barriers of entry by making it available even to non-smartphone devices using USSD or using WhatsApp. The second thing we've done is build an ecosystem of services around that decentralized ID such that an individual actually has utility. So whether you're trying to open a bank account or whether you're trying to access insurance or even borrow from a microfinance, we've essentially made FlexID a decentralized wallet that has additional services within it, thereby really making it a super app that allows individuals to then have all these different partners that they're essentially able to access services from. And that's extremely different from what traditional SSID implementers have been doing in the past.
Thank you.
Hey, Victor, great pitch. Just following up on that question, Victor, more from the Web3 angle, wanted to understand, are you planning to also launch a native token for FlexID in the near future or maybe in a few years?
So if you essentially look at what we're building, we want to build an ecosystem that allows an individual's Flex ID to have cross-platform utility across different services, even within the Algorand ecosystem. And one of the ways to make that far much easier is to have a native token that would allow an individual to then be able to be very transactional within this particular ecosystem. So the first step of our process is to actually build that ecosystem of different partners and building that moat around the business. And in our second phase, we will then launch that native token to essentially now allow everything from cross-border transfers for individuals that want to do very low remittances, all the way to even P2P, and including even purchasing via the platform. So it's definitely something that is going to be coming within our early horizon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hi, Victor. Thanks so much. I continue to be very excited about your team and your plans. I'm changing my question. I had a question that I wanted to ask you at the beginning, and now I have a completely different one. So what are the biggest challenges that FlexID faces?
Yeah, so essentially because this has a marketplace component to it, one of the biggest challenges was obviously sort of the chicken and egg problem. What comes first, the issuer or the verifier? What we realized is that the aggregate demand for verifiers is always consistent. So there are always companies and businesses that want to perform some kind of verification. For example, if you want to employ someone remotely that is based in Nigeria, but you have zero way of being able to verify their credentials, it doesn't mean that your business doesn't want that individual. It means that it's extremely difficult for you to onboard them. So we realized that what we have to do initially is to actually build the issuer side first, and that influenced how our business model is actually structured to incentivize the onboarding of a lot of issuers initially, thereby making it easier for verifiers to come on the platform and actually see a marketplace of different credentials that they're able to verify. So essentially, that is a huge challenge traditionally because it means balancing priorities and resources as to which angle you are going to attack first. Are you going to bring the verifiers or are you going to bring the issuers? And our business model has allowed us to essentially build a pipeline for much more issuers, as we already know that the aggregate demand for verifications is always going to remain very high and very consistent.
Okay, thank you.
That was great. Victor, thank you so much. We're running out of time, so I'll let you go. But thank you again. Congratulations